All right, what's going on, guys? Lior Vakin here, and I'm super excited about this video because here I'm going to explain to you, if you're a service business owner, how you can stop depending on other marketers, marketing agencies, consultants, and so on for the success of your business and learn how to master lead generation yourself in matter of days. Okay? Days. This is insane. Our program is actually mind-blowing, and I'm going to break down how the entire thing works, what you're going to learn, how the program works, pricing, all of that inside. We're going to get started in a second. But before we get started, I just want to emphasize something, because if you've been around on the internet long enough, you know that most of the time, if you're just clicking on an ad, they ask you for a few details, email, phone number, all that stuff, and then you're moving into another part, blah, blah, blah. I cut this whole part out because I'm depending on you to do your due diligence, okay? Now, if it's the first time you just saw an ad on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, on whatever platform, you don't know who I am, please do me a favor, go on YouTube and look up Lior Vakinin and see some of my free material. Go on my Instagram, go on all these different channels and see the free content that I'm putting out, because there's marketing breakdowns, there's client interviews, there are podcasts, there's a lot of free interviews and free resources for you to actually know that this is legit. This is the real deal. But in order for us to create this trust, before you do anything else, do your due diligence. Now, YouTube, in my opinion, is the biggest bullshit detector in the world. It's not some reel that you see for 60 to 90 seconds and you can't really tell whether the person is an expert or not. This is where you see someone's talking for 15, 20, 30, 60, 90 minutes, and you actually get to know whether they know what they're talking about or not, and whether their information is valuable for you or not. Okay? So this is, before you do anything else, if you don't know who I am, if you don't know who Local Service Mastery, if it's the first time that you encounter in one of our ads, please, I'm removing all these filters between us because I want you to see everything and I want you to understand. So do your due diligence first, and now let's dive into how Local Service Mastery can help you grow your service business. Let's jump into the computer and continue there. All right, so what is Local Service Mastery? Local Service Mastery is the leading coaching program for service business owners who want to master lead generation themselves. You don't want to depend on anyone else for the success of your business, because at this point you already know that nobody gives a damn about either you, your company, your employees, none of that. All they care about their monthly retainer, and that's it. In our world, that means that you already went through the traditional route of, you open up, maybe you're a tradesman and you open up your shop, you open up your plumbing, your HVAC, your roofing, your beauty salon, whatever it is, you open up shop. Few years ago, you tried a traditional route. You already went through a marketing agency, you paid that $1,500, $2,500 a month just for management fee, but you got absolutely nothing. A year goes by, you maybe switch to another company, another year goes by, you tried another company, and now you're at the point where you're like, shit, this can't keep on going like this, because if these things continue like this, I'll either go bankrupt or I won't be able to even grow my business. And so now you realize that maybe me being the best plumber, the best locksmith, or garage door roofer, whatever it is, it's important, but it's not the most important aspect of the business. In the service world, the most important part of your business is to know how to make your phone ring. Okay? Now, if you're like, wait, is this even relevant for me? Let's clear out who this program is for. This program is for active service businesses doing $250K plus a year minimum. Okay, that's the bare minimum. Our usual clients are doing like $750 to $1.5 million a year in revenue. You're already spending money on ads. You already have your Google Business Profile, your website. All this is set up. Maybe you're already running ads, whether yourself you're trying to do it or with a marketing agency. And now you're at the point where you know that you need to know and master lead generation yourself. If you're just starting out, if you're running an e-commerce or drop shipping or affiliate marketing, or you're in one of these industries, like cannabis or hard money lending, or like one of the regulated industries. If you're a realtor, it's not relevant for you. Restaurant, it's not relevant for you. Please don't even. I have a couple of videos maybe on my YouTube channel just to help people out, but this program is not for you. This is only for active service businesses who are, tradesmen, who are running, from a lawyer, dentist, plumber, roofer, locksmith, all of that. If you're in the trades world, if you're in the service world, local service business, this is for you. Now, within this world, where we're generating our leads is basically through two different ways. One is through paid ads, and the other one is organically. The paid ad side is coming through either Google Ads or through Meta Ads. Meta is the mother company of Facebook and Instagram ads. And on the organic side, our leads are coming through either our website or our Google Business Profile. And this is what's known in the industry as local SEO. Local SEO means local search engine optimization. How can we get Google or other search engines, but Google obviously right now is the biggest one? How can we get it to pick us as the most relevant result for whatever question, query the user entered? All right, beautiful. Now within the program, 95% of the times, we're getting people started with paid ads once they join the program. Why paid ads? Because that's the quickest way for you to start seeing results. Now, if you're running your business long enough, you already know SEO and organic takes time. It won't take as long as a marketing agency will tell you, but in any case, it's a longer process than, actually running an ad. You're setting up your campaign today, tomorrow you're already getting leads and phone calls. That's how quickly things are going, okay? Now, let's go over, first of all, Google Ads, okay? The most important metric in Google Ads is the conversion rate, hands down, okay? How many clicks versus how many leads? Leads in our world is either a phone call or a web submission form. How many clicks versus how many leads have we got? If we got 10% conversion rate, that means that one lead out of 10 clicks is coming, okay? So this is a 10% conversion rate. In your case, if you go on Google Ads, most likely you would see your conversion rate between 2 to 5%. That means that 1 out of 20 to 1 out of 50 clicks is actually turning into a lead. If you're working with a decent marketing agency, this number could go up to 7% to 10%, sorry. But our average in the program is 25% conversion rate. And that's across all industries, whether it's the high ticket ones where it's like, tens of thousands of dollars per job. Think about roofing, think about remodelers and decking and hardscaping, where the tickets are very high. So that's like in the 10 to 12% conversion rate. Or the emergency services, the plumbers, the HVAC, the locksmith, the garage door, which could go up to, as you can see here, 23, 45, sometimes even 100% conversion rate. Okay, so this is just to give you some idea into numbers. Here's one of our clients, Nivea, and I want you to see the result that he got and how quickly he was able to get it.
I was clueless, like I had no clue what I was doing. I was clicking on different buttons, and my website, before I joined the program, it was going downhill, and it went all the way to the 4th page. I joined the program, and after 5 days, I brought it back to the 1st page, launched my campaign. And instantly, from 2%, I went up to 20%. I continued with the videos, and right now I'm currently sitting on 40%. It's huge for me and my business. Plus, like $7,500 a month is huge. If you want to put the cherry on the cake, I only spent $250.
Okay, so $250 ad spent on Google Ads, $7,500 in revenue coming out of it. Okay, and this is, by the way, this is my channel. Okay, almost 10K at this point, followers. And like I said, like you can see client testimonials, my marketing breakdowns, podcasts. Like I have a bunch of free content go check it out. Let's go back into our presentation. So, what makes a good Google Ads work? Now, marketing agency will try to overcomplicate it. No, it's very, very simple. 50% of a successful Google Ads campaign depends on the campaign structure, on the setup, if you're setting up the campaign correctly. The other 50% is based on the landing page experience. It means that once the user has clicked, if you set everything up, the keywords and the ad, and it's, targeting the right audience and all that stuff, once they click on it, 50% depends on the landing page experience. Now, the campaign structure, you will see in a second how long that will take you. It will blow your mind. But the landing page experience, this is something that you don't even need to think about. Like when you think about coaching, you're like, oh my God, I need to do everything myself. No, this is a very much hands-on approach. Like we're building everything with you. So for the landing page, we already provide you with the landing page templates that we use. Ideally, you have your website already set up on WordPress. If not, we'll help you convert it into WordPress. This is the #1 platform regardless, okay, just so you know. But 50% of it depends on the landing page structure. Now, on the landing page experience, sorry. So the structure, how long does this take? Now, if you work with a marketing agency, you know that they'll tell you it's between 1 to 2 months to set things up before you can start seeing results. Why are they saying this? Because they're making their livelihood and their income based on the monthly payments. That's how they make their money. So they want to prolong, they want to expand the setup time for as long as possible. But the truth of the matter, how long it takes to set things up from A to Z, how long it will take you, clueless, you've never done anything in marketing, how long it will take you to set up everything from A to Z in Google Ads. You ready for it? 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours, A to Z, you're gonna learn how to do it all. Everything from A to Z. Now, we already provide you negative keyword lists, all of that stuff. We already help you with everything, and we already combine you with the AI. I won't talk about this right now. You would see once you join. But the beautiful thing about this is that after the initial setup, and this is what most marketers won't tell you, and this is what you're paying the monthly revenue or the monthly management fee for, after the initial setup, if you or the marketing agency sets up the campaign correctly, you have between 5 minutes a day and 10 minutes a week of maintenance. That's it. Even if you're running a multi-7 and 8-figure company, you can spare freaking 5 minutes a day with your morning coffee just to go over the numbers, go over the stats, see that the conversion rate makes sense, and that's it. There's nothing to touch. It's almost like a set and forget method. This is Google Ads. This is what you're going to learn. Now, once we set up Google Ads, then we move over to the next platform, Meta Ads, Facebook and Instagram ads. Now, first of all, let me show you one of the results that our client, a roofer, got in merely 2 weeks.
We started our ads and we got 8 brand new leads.
Woo! Look at you!
We're excited about getting a little bit of traction here. Just
look at you guys.
Yeah, so we got our first approval over the ad sets, 28,000. So that was great.
Amazing. That's what we're talking. That's all we care about. Show me where the money is. Is it worth it? Is it converting? Awesome. If so, let's pump some more money into it and let's feed this beast. That's it. Okay? So this is Meta Ads. Now, what is Meta Ads actually good for? So Meta Ads, again, Instagram and Facebook ads are good for 2 types of audience. First one is cold audience, and the second one is retargeting. So cold audience, basically, if we think about Google Ads, which are people who are actively looking for a service, okay? Meta Ads allows us to reach millions of people in the 20, 30, 50-mile radius around us that might be interested in our services. And if they saw a good enough offer, if they saw something that really persuades them that, oh my God, I have to give these guys a call. I have to reach out to learn more about this. We're able to reach a much larger pool of leads than we will ever be able to do with Google Ads. Okay? This is number one. Number two, the good thing about this, especially with cold audience, is that the cost per lead tends to be cheaper than it will be with Google Ads. Why? Because on Google, we will have more competitors. More of our competitors are bidding for these same keywords in order to be, getting those leads from Google. Where here we'll be able to get a lower cost per lead. Now, it's not all just, roses and everything is, like all amazing. The downside of Meta Ads is that the lead quality isn't as good as it is with Google. If you don't know how to advertise, yeah, you'll get only shitty leads. But this is why you join a program like this, where you learn how to mitigate and minimize the amount of, low quality leads, and only target and only accept leads who are high quality. Okay? So that's the cold audience. But the second piece of the Meta Ads puzzle is something that a lot of business owners, a lot of advertisers are missing out on, and that's one of the biggest components, and that's the retargeting. Because even if we got, let's say we're a flooring company and we're getting 10% conversion rate, which is freaking amazing, like you're doing a $15,000, $20,000 job, you're getting, I don't know, like a $1,000 per job. This is how much it costs you after everything calculated and all that. That means that 9 out of the 10 clicks who were interested in your services haven't reached out for whatever reason. Now, if you're not doing any sort of retargeting, that's it. This is lost. But if you're running retargeting, you're able to show your ads to these people over and over and over and over again. And then they'll be like, oh yeah, I feel like I know him. Which ideally, you are at this point. Like maybe you saw one of my pieces of content, whether it's on YouTube, or you found me organic on SEO, or on Instagram, or on Facebook, or on TikTok, or whatever it is. But once you click on it, once you get to my website, once you watch one of my ads, that's it. Now you're seeing my ads over and over and over again. And you're like, oh my God, this guy's all over my feed. Let me see what this is about. And this is what you want to do. You want to brainwash your potential clients. And this does a lot of the sell. It does it for you. Why? Because you're building trust. So it does all the filtering. It does all the selling for you, or most of it for you. So then once person reaches out, it's only like let's just go over some of the, final details, see if everything makes sense. But I already trust you because I know you're legit. I've seen you, I've seen your content, and I feel like I can trust you. And this is the power of retargeting. And so that's paid ads with Meta Ads. And so again, the timeline, marketing agencies will tell you between 1 to 2 months. It actually will take you less than 2 hours to set things up. And as I mentioned before, it's between 5 minutes on Meta Ads. It's not even 5 minutes a day, 5 minutes a week, just to make sure that nothing breaks. And there's companies who are making multi-8-figure a year business. They're building a multi-8-figure business with the same ad that's been running for years. So there's not a lot of, creativity that needs to come into it. And you're going to learn how to set everything up, how to shoot the video, how to do all of that inside the program. So this is the paid ads. While we're getting started with it, it's a set and forget. And it only takes us a few hours to set things up. And now we're starting to get the leads. Now we're starting to get everything up and running. And now we're ready to move over into the organic. Now, on the organic, first of all, on the right, what are you seeing? These are the grid results. This is where your Google Business Profile is ranking within your 3 to 5 mile radius, okay? Usually it's very hard if you're in a very populated area, if you're one of the big metros, it's very hard to rank beyond the 5 mile radius. Why? Because proximity in the eyes of Google is one of the most important metrics when it comes to local SEO. So how do we get it so we're getting those free leads, and how do we get it so all our results we're in the number 1 spot? Well, this is what you're going to learn within the program. But first of all, let's see what are the results one of our clients have seen. Alex.
It was like an eye-opener to us. We are 4 months in, we're dominating Vancouver. So we went, I came there, and I swear to God, it took us 2 days. We were watching this in 2 days, and we start running with it. Like, if you would see how the website looked before we took it, and now how the website look, I think we have the best website, that locksmith website you saw in ever. Our revenue went up by 35% in 4 months. And 35% in what we make, it's a lot.
Okay, now you can watch all these full client interviews on my YouTube channel. I highly suggest that you go over and check those out because it's an in-depth, no BS, no fluff, no too much selling. You're gonna hear the business owners and their experiences, and underneath this video there should be a lot of the client interviews, so you can watch those. But you would see how it is behind the scene. Now, when we're talking about organic, if you've already been in the game, like I said, long enough, you would know that the regular spiel of a marketing agency is, hey, it'll take us between 6 to 12 months before you can start seeing results. Now, why do they say 6 to 12 months? Because that's how they make their money. It doesn't necessarily mean that this is how long it'll take to rank, but you need to think of it that if you're joining a marketing agency, the account manager is not only working on you and your business. They're managing on average between 20 to 50 other clients. And so you're on average getting someone actively working on your company, on your account, between 1 to 2 hours a month. Okay, a month. Now, nowadays, like I'm shooting this in April 2025, like with AI and automation, we're able to reduce the amount of manual work needed by 80 to 90%. And so what used to take us, and again, on organic or on SEO, just to be clear, there is some manual work that we need to do constantly, okay? But what used to take us 12 to 15 hours a month now only takes us a couple of hours. That's it. Now, the bonus thing about this program is that after you learn how to do all of it yourself, here's a little secret. You can bring on a virtual assistant. You can bring on someone from the Philippines, from Indonesia, from Pakistan. That will cost you a fraction of a cost of a US-based or a Canadian-based marketing agency. But instead of working 1 to 2 hours a month on you and your company, it will work between 4 to 6 hours a day, 5 days a week for 350, 450 USD a month. But at that point, you won't be dependent on them. Oh, wow, you're a marketer. Okay, I'll do whatever you say. No. You're going to learn. You're going to master it yourself, and then you're going to delegate the task to them, which is the proper and right way of growing a service business. Okay? And so the timeline, again, marketing agencies will tell you it's 6 to 12 months. Our whole module, again, like we've revamped the whole thing based on AI now. So what used to take our members between 1 to 2 months to cover everything, now we're able to boil the whole thing down into 5.5 hours. That's it. This is how long it'll take you. So to go over everything, Google Ads 3.5 hours, Meta Ads 2 hours, SEO another 5.5 hours. If you're putting in an hour a day, 5 hours a week, in less than a month, you'll be able to go over it twice, which is what we, again, advocate for, is that you'll cover everything at least twice because you want to watch it from start to finish once just to understand what's going on. So even if there are changes in the future, years into the future, you'd still understand the logic behind it. Not to mention that, of course, if you stay in the program, everything is always updated, but you understand the concepts. And so that is something that you'll take with you for the rest of your life. So you watch it once, you understand it, and then you watch it again, and then you implement it alongside our training. And so in less than a month, you're going to be able to master everything that has to do with lead generation. This is right here. This is 97% of the leads online. Yes, there's a little bit of Angie and Yelp and Thumbtack and all these different platforms, but let me give you a secret. All these platforms, most of their traffic isn't coming from people going to their platforms directly. It's them running, paid ads. It's them doing SEO, so they're outranking you. but you learn how to do it better than them and how to get the number one spot. If it is what you're looking for, on this next part, what I'm going to go over is how this program is actually structured and the pricing plan. But I first want to understand that this is what you're looking for. Beautiful. So how does the program actually work? So the program is basically split into three main pillars, and all of them start with me. At this point, it's still me, guys. It's still me doing the one-on-one onboarding call with you. This is a strategy call where we're going to go over everything that's currently happening within your business. Like I said at the beginning, 97% of the times, we're going to review everything, your website and your Google Business Profile and your paid ads campaign and all that stuff. And in most of the cases, we're getting people started on the paid ads, but maybe in your case, we need to revamp your website, or maybe like you want to focus just on SEO. It's up to you. I'm going to tell you what I would do if I were in your shoes, but it's up to you at the end of the day to decide which one and which route to go. As soon as you join the program, everything is unfolding and you have access to everything as soon as you join. So it's not like you have to wait for week 4, week 6, week 10, like a curriculum on university or whatnot for you to get exposed to the material. Everything is being exposed as soon as you join in. So number one, course. So the course material, this is where, all of the material is at. Now, this is not a whiteboard, me explaining, and trust me, I've done coaching programs. Probably I spent over 100 grand at this point just on all coaching and masterminds and all this. A lot of it is fluff. And a lot of it is theory and mindset, which is great, but it's not the end all be all, and especially not what we're trying to do here. This is a no BS. Hey, here's how I'm setting things up. Here's how you should do it yourself. This is how things are working. So you're going to see how I'm setting things up on my end, and you're going to mimic it and follow suit on your end. This is how things are done. Now, 10 to 15% of the students who are more, I would say, technical, that's all they need. The majority of our business owners, like some of them never open up a computer. So maybe that's not where you'll be, but if you can follow instructions and just mimic one-to-one what I'm doing, follow it step by step, this is all you need, because you have everything in it, in the course material. So this is part one. The second part is our community, where in our community, let me give you a glance, a quick look at the live community so you can see what I'm talking about. So within the community, like you would see that, Eugene had a question about some tag manager and stuff like that. So our support team is there Monday to Friday, helping people out. Hey, this is what you can do. Oh, like you have maybe some issue with the cache and they upload their video and they're recording themselves. Oh, beautiful. Clearing the cache actually worked. Thank you so much. So we have this, and you have the wins in our channel, like different people setting things up, sharing their wins. Like you can see the results, everything. You can connect with other business owners. You can go to different, like our service providers, Rolodex, different business owners recommend different service providers. Like there's a whole community aspect into what we're doing, which is really, really game changing if you want to grow your business. So that's the second part. And the third part are the weekly group calls, and those are being done with me, where on these calls, not only that, if you have any questions, you get to troubleshoot it with me live every week and ask whatever question you might have regarding your business, but you also get to see and hear what other business owners are facing and understand based on their questions how you can improve your business. Yes, this is the key component, is because the beauty of the service industry is that it doesn't matter if you're running a roofing company in Minnesota, or you're running a plumbing company in Maine, or you're running a kitchen remodeling company in San Diego. Everything is exactly the same. Everything exactly the same, and the only difference is the keyword. So you can be a plumber, you can be a dentist, you can be a lawyer, you can be a locksmith, you can be anything in the service trade, and it's all applicable to you. So you're learning from other people's mistakes. You're learning from their questions and you're taking it and you're basically, it's like a hive mind that everyone's working towards the same goal. And this is one of the key components of our program. Now, because we're in 2025, there's two amazing bonuses within the program. So the first one is that at this point, the program has been running for 3 years. And because, again, I'm a product guy by heart, I'm coming from a tech background, like I haven't talked about my background, but I've been doing, online marketing and lead generation since 09. I've built startups. I've done a lot of things. I'm not here to brag about myself because it's not about me. It's about you. But I'm always thinking about the user in mind. And so from the beginning, what I've done is I basically documented every question that a member had on these weekly group calls, and we chopped it up so every question is searchable. So 99.9% of the time, whatever issue you might have, think of it that somebody probably already had it before. At this point, we already trained over 300 business owners in the program from almost every industry possible. So that means that 99.9% of the time, somebody already had your issue. So then you go into the document library, you're typing in a keyword related to your issue, and bam, all of a sudden you're getting to see like what I would respond, because you see the actual live video from the weekly group. So that's number one. But now, since we're in 2025, AI revolution is here. Over the last 18 months, what I've done is I've said, listen, I tried to train customer success manager underneath me. It was so hard because, again, like I have over, at this point, over 15 years of knowledge where it comes to marketing, lead generation, whether it's from SEO, Google Ads, Meta Ads. It's almost impossible to find anyone who has my type of knowledge. And so I need to answer all these questions manually. And, they ask me, oh, what do I do about this? And what do I do about that? So what I've done is I trained an AI system on all my knowledge. I brought up all the content material within the community, within the program, uploaded it into an AI, and now the AI is able to answer you 24/7. Let me give you another example so you can see how it works live within our program. Let's see. So first of all, here, Eugene had a question. So let's see if the AI... plugin conflict. Okay, so you see Lior AI. It sounds like blah, 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 blah. Gives like an answer that I would give, and it will refer it into the relevant document library video where I'm talking about it. So it knows how to connect things together. Let me try to find another thing. Gabrielle asked a question about negative keywords. Okay, boom, like using negative keywords, and then it will give you a response. Like this is like, again, we're living in the future, to be honest. This is mind-boggling that we're able to do this. So you have the Lior AI, which is basically there for you 24/7, and you're able to ask it any question, and it's answering as if it's me, because it's trained on all my knowledge. Okay, so those are two bonuses. So to summarize, this is basically a 360 approach that takes you as a service business owner and makes you the best marketer for your business, so you can be the marketer you already dreamed of. Because again, nobody's out there to save you. Nobody cares about you. And if you want to actually grow your service business, you need to learn how to do it yourself. And so now I want to ask you, hey, does it make sense of everything that we went over? Is this what you were looking for? So first of all, if this is what you're looking for, and everything is answered, you already done your due diligence, there's also an FAQ down below. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link underneath it a one-time offer for you to join the program. If you're at that point and you're ready to move forward, awesome. Okay, what's the pricing? So if we're thinking about a marketing agency that will cost you, let's say $20,000 to $30,000 a year, and again, at least you're going to be paying this 5 to 10 years Okay, we're now in the $100,000+. This is no way near this cost. The cost of the program is a one-time payment. Okay, it's a one-time fee of $7,500, and this is split into 3 payments of $2,500 USD, and this will give you access to everything that we went over for 90 days. After these 90 days, if you want to stay at this point, we're offering this at $299 a month from month 4 onward. Now, this price, it won't stay for long. Most likely it would go to $399, more like $499. Once you get started, you're booking your onboarding call, you fill up your onboarding form, getting access to everything, and this is pretty much it. So if this is you and you're ready to master lead generation yourself in a matter of days, take control over the most important skill in your business, knowing how to make the freaking phone ring. You already done your due diligence. You already feel like, oh my God, I can vibe with this guy. I like his energy. And you're ready to move forward. Click the link below. I'll see you inside the program. And regardless, I wish you the best of luck with your business. Peace out.